So, how do you know how much life insurance you need? In this video, we're going to break that down. The only ever reason that you go out and get life insurance is to cover what you are financially responsible for if something were to happen to you today and you were to pass away. If you have the assets and all the money saved up and invested in your 401ks, IRAs, you probably don't need life insurance. Although there could be some ways to strategically use it, but nonetheless, you don't need it. However, if you are in your 30s, in 40s, or 50s, and you have a mortgage, you have a spouse that relies upon you and your income, and you have children that one day you want to be able to provide for and to send off to college, or you want to be able to leave a legacy and to be able to leave money behind to your grandkids, your kids, your great grandkids. Those are all of the solutions and the problems that life insurance can solve for. And you do it if you don't have the assets or the money saved up to be able to do so. So, for example, if you are married and you guys just got a mortgage for $300,000, but you only have 10 grand saved up, you probably need life insurance just to cover that mortgage. God forbid if something were to happen to you and you or your spouse pass away, how would you guys be able to stay in that house? Not only just passing away, but what if you have some type of major chronic, critical, or terminal illness? Many modern day life insurance policies have those type of benefits built in to be able to help you pay medical bills, to stay in your house, to replace your income if you cannot work, and so on. Income replacement is another big reason why people take out life insurance, right? I see many people that I talk to that just have a $200,000 policy, and simply enough, they think that that's enough. They think that $200,000 is enough when they're making $100,000 a year. In reality, if we take a step back and we look at it, if you have a $200,000 policy, you make 100 grand a year. To bury someone isn't free and it's not cheap. There goes probably 20 grand. What about your mortgage that you may have had? And more importantly, what about your income? You're making 100 grand a year. In just 2 years, you would have made $200,000 for the household to be able to maintain your guys' standard, type of living and however much you guys spend on a monthly basis. So life insurance is simply to cover your financial goals, to make sure that your family continues on with the lifestyle that they're already accustomed to without being put into a tight financial spot. If you're in your 20s and 30s, maybe that looks like enough life insurance coverage to cover your mortgage and to cover income replacement, and maybe if you've got any little ones that you want to one day send to school. If you're in your 60s and you're getting close to retirement, maybe your mortgage is paid off. Maybe you don't really have that need for income replacement, although there can be some strategies designed around replacing the loss of Social Security that happens when one or the other of you pass away. Or maybe it's just having enough to cover your final expenses of $20,000 or $30,000 to make sure that that burden doesn't fall onto your kids one day, because somebody is going to have to pay that cost. And unfortunately, we are all going to pass away one day. So if you have questions about your life insurance needs, what would be best, what's recommended for you, the traditional rule of thumb is to have 5 to 10 times your annual salary. But the best way to approach life insurance is to sit down and have a conversation and figure out what is actually needed for you at this point in time. And most people don't realize that they should be having life insurance annual reviews. If your income increases at work, or if you get a new mortgage, a new home, or you have another child, that all increases your financial responsibility of what you and your spouse, or just you by yourself, are going to have to be responsible for. So if you need help in this scenario, my name's Kyle Demian. We help people all the time with life insurance and retirement planning. And life insurance is part of financial planning. It's laying the foundation to make sure that, God forbid, if you pass away too soon, get sick too soon, that your financial house stays in order and you've laid the proper foundation. So feel free to click the link below or go to www.thewealthacademy.com. That's Academy with a K, and set up a time for us to talk, and we'll see you there.